This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Special guest in the studio. They just keep coming. Star of stage and screen.
A star of the creators of one of our most favourite things on the planet.
That's right, which is Rosehaven,
Rosehaven.
obviously.
So
You've
good.
seen him on your telly. Luke McGregor, welcome back.
Hey, Luke.
Thank you.
Luke
Good to be back.
McGregor, a
It's
bit
good
of
to be back.
strife happening at the moment in your world, though, are you? A bit of you're trying to get some sleep and something's in your way.
Oh, my sleep apnea machine broke.
Oh, I thought you were going to say children.
No, it's a classic showbiz story.
The glamour.
Yeah,
So
it's
you've
Talk
got
to me-
like the
talk to me
like
about
you're a
the
fighter jet.
I flew
pilot.
all the way from
What is the machine? Tell us what the machine
a
is.
sleep
first.
apnea machine. So I can't breathe in my sleep. Like I try to, my body goes, "We got this. We know how to breathe," and then it just forgets.
Yes.
And
And,
so the
then you
sleep-
gasp for air suddenly
Right?
and wake
and
up,
sometimes
right?
I wake up and I've been drowning, and I'm like, this is, I guess, and then I talk to people and go, you know when you wake up and you feel like you've been drowning, and they go,
No.
Oh well. Anyway,
yeah.
So
You know
you
when
have
you're
to
crying
wear
really
the-
hard and your eyes start to bleed? No.
do you feel exhausted? Did you? Were you
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
exhausted?
You're waking
I
up
used to
all the
take
time.
3-hour naps, which were
Yeah.
also useless because I couldn't sleep.
So now you have to wear the mask
now
to bed?
I Darth Vader it,
Yes. Yeah.
and it's changed my life.
Was that a talking point with your wife early days?
Oh, because that's a discussion before you
Yeah,
sleep
it was.
over.
It's one of the issues of being a virgin for so long is I didn't know what the sleep issues I had.
Luke was out there
What a
and
way
asked
to
me if
find
I
out.
snored, and I said, like, no, I don't know. And he goes, why? I said, because no one's there to tell me. So is it to do with like a juicy tonsils or like big adenoids or what? Is it something?
My dentist said, and I didn't know there was another way to feel insecure, but my dentist said, you've got small holes. And I'm like, what does that mean? And
Thank
she goes, your all of your openings that I can see are small.
Every orifice into Luke McGregor is tiny.
I'm only talking about the ones I can see. They're all smaller than normal. And I'm like, okay. So I'm guessing the small holes has something to do with it.
How long after getting married was it still a buzz to say my wife? Was it
It
exciting?
never gets older. It's hard to say, not in the Borat voice. I feel like Borat's ruined my wife forever.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want anyone who wants to come and see the show.
Yeah.
Like, just because my holes are small doesn't mean the jokes
The
are any
comedy
less
isn't
funny.
large.
No.
Yeah, the microphone, we turn up the microphone a little
Just
bit
means
more.
they come out more forcefully. Like
It's
the
small
spray
hole
nozzle.
man, big hole comedy.
Yeah.
That's what you want to know.
Did you have a surprise wedding?
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't. I didn't want any of my relatives there.
None of them live in Perth, I hope.
Well, it's just a whole logistical nightmare, and then we just thought, let's just do an elopement, but we'll get mum and dad there, and
Yeah.
but then we did a bigger party afterwards.
Yes.
I like my relatives. I just didn't want them
There.
there.
You don't want them attached to a lifelong memory that you're going to cherish.
I didn't want
get it.
Nana saying she'll pray for people and the COVID's fake, and I just wanted
The COVID's fake.
just wanted a normal wedding. My Nana follows. I'm sorry, Nana, if you're listening to Nova Perth right now.
I can imagine her that morning, though, moulding her alfoil hat to match her dress.
Nana had a guy. She didn't get vaccinated because she said it was Satan's wish that happened, and then she was following a preacher that someone had given her a CD
Wow.
of. Yeah, that guy ended up dying of COVID. It was just, and it just made Christmas was just a nightmare back then.
Hey, Luke. Many years ago, you were living with Tommy Little. I think we were speaking about it once before. Was it hard going into a relate? Well, you used to live
From a
with
share house or relationship.
Yes.
That's right.
we were friends, and then we moved in together, but we already kind of. Like, we already knew our dynamic. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I was going to be
Yes.
Chucky to his Tommy.
Yes.
Yes.
If anyone knows the Rugrats. I was always going to be the guy. I don't think we should do that.
Yeah.
So all that happened was we transplanted that into a house together. Like, there was one time where he had a... What do you call it? To climb up mountains when you hit it with a stake?
Yeah, okay, the spiky things.
Spiky-
Yeah.
He had one of those, and you're like, man, this would be so much fun to put through the wall. And he goes, I'm just going to do it. And I go, don't do that. And then he did it. And it was fun.
In a rental?
And he goes, but
Yeah.
then, no, it was his house.
Oh, his house.
okay.
Oh, okay.
But then I got worried it was asbestos, and so I paid to have it patched up.
Well, you were frightened of it. It was a big
Yeah,
hole.
it was
You're only
big.
used to
Yeah, it's your small hole. You're a small hole guy.
It was too triggering. So yeah, I had to close it.
Were you in a situation where you were just making friends with all the girls that were coming through the house that he was sleeping with? Was it just like random breakfast with many women?
It wasn't like I wouldn't like try and third wheel myself into their like if they're having a drink on the balcony. I'm going to come out and go, hey guys.
But was it always happening?
So I was in my room playing video games, wishing him all the best.
Luke McGregor's been with us this morning.
Don't give any details away, but are you writing something new for us to love, like Rosehaven, you and the big
Celia.
C?
We do. We're working on something. We would like to do more TV together.
Good.
So
I'd like you to as well.
We've been catching up and opening up Google Documents, and fingers crossed that leads to
Both of you, like since you first started Rosehaven, your lives have changed because you've both got kids now.
yeah.
Does that alter the dynamic? Does it?
No, it's just more people to get the coffees on set and stuff.
Sure,
It's,
great,
use,
great.
More extras.
Are your families together all the time?
No, well, Sills is in Melbourne. I'm in.
You're
I'm
in Sydney
Newcastle
now. Oh,
yeah.
Newcastle,
So,
isn't it? Yeah.
But we're there wouldn't be a day if we haven't texted each other in like a couple of days. We'll
Someone's
text
dead.
each other and say, "How's me mate?" Or like,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, right.
there's not a long period. There's
You're in constant contact.
I don't think I've gone without at least texting Seals more than 3 days for the
Yeah.
last
It's
how many
different.
years.
A different
that's so
situation
nice.
for you because you guys work together. But a lot of people in relationships, they put down the rule: you cannot be friends with another woman. Like, did your wife ever question or get threatened by the relationship with you and say?
No, I think Rosehaven might have helped because that's how.
Because you established the fact that you're like brother and sister.
It's like platonic.
Yes.
Like it really is just
Tomfoolery.
a brother and sister dynamic that and my wife was a fan of the show.
Oh, was she?
And so Amy just sort of accepted Celia as my bestie.
Yes, because she had seen the dynamic.
Imagine being a
Yes.
fan of the show and then going out with the guy from the show and then he's still best friends in real life with the girl from the show and
Yes.
it's like you're in your show.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like you're in the show.
The Truman Show.
Yeah. It's
Is she loving it, Amy, your wife? She must be
we
loving
got
it.
married, so
I know, but so do my parents.
I don't know. I'm assuming that's the guy from the TV wears off eventually after you've like watched him sleep with a mask on. And stuff.
Hey, can I ask a
That's so
question
funny,
about because I saw I watched your series of Taskmaster Australia, and you were terrific. And in it, and a little clip of it appeared on Facebook the other day, and it reminded me that it was the one where you had to the task was you had to get someone to hang up on you.
Oh, yeah.
And you rang your mum, hoping that she would, and then she just chit chatted to you for about 25 minutes,
I think it was actually longer.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I thought Mum will answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Mum will be okay because eventually they'll.
because you couldn't say you have to hang up on me. You had to just.
They also had to be someone who would agree to be recorded.
Yes.
And so after the phone call, Mum would have to say yes.
Yes,
that's
yes,
okay.
you can
And
play it, yes.
And your Mum would answer, and your Mum would say yes, that's
Yes.
okay. You can use my.
What you forgot was to pick somebody who would hang up.
Yeah, there was a third part that was crucial
Yes.
that I didn't anticipate. And
And in the course of that conversation, this is my point. In the course of that conversation, she says to you, "How was your date with that girl in Sydney?"
Yeah.
that was Amy, right?
That's my
So
wife,
that's
yeah.
the beginning, the genesis of your relationship.
Yeah.
Where'd you go on the date?
We went to God. What did we? Oh, we went to a Chinese restaurant. I can't remember what it was called.
And like, did you say
Special
take
fried
did
rice.
We went on the Ferris wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did
romantic.
you?
The date went from Friday till Sunday.
Luke's doing shows at the State Theatre Centre.
Hello.
Very nice, by the way. His show is called Okay, Wow. Tonight through to Sunday.
I'm already nervous about reviews going, the show's just okay, not wow. I'm already nervous about it.
I mean, you have
Because I would use that
handed it
line
to
if
them
I
on a
was a
platter.
reviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale now at comedy.com.au/tour/Luke McGregor. Check him out.
That's right. Small holes, big laughs.
That's right.
That's what the new one should say.
That's my motto. That's
it.
what I've always believed.
This goes with that at Suzanne's. That's mine.
We hope you get a good night's sleep at some stage in the near future.
If any sleep apnea companies want to sponsor me,
Up for a new
so
CPAP
is it
machine.
just the cord, the power cord?
the bit I don't know what it's called, but the bit at the end is broken.
Okay, if anyone does work with sleep dialysis machines, you know the bit at the end that's broken of Luke's. If we can get some contact
end of-
Nova,
end
and
of
we'll
the
get you in
polony.
contact with
We'll
Luke
just-
because he needs to sleep tonight.
I think it'd probably be quicker if I just went to the shop after.
No, this is
you're
a
a
desperate
celebrity.
appeal to
okay.
big
You don't do
CPAP.
that.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
I have never been to a Pilates class. There, I've said it.
Is that why you think there's a water feature?
I feel like this is it. Ready? There's a gong. There's like mats. There's wall-to-wall Lululemon.
There is wall-to-wall Lululemon. I can confirm.
Do you know what a reformer is?
A reformer.
Oh, it's a reformer. You know, Daddy Snow is going to play. A licky boom boom down.
So that's the equipment. So it's like this contraption with all
it's like a
sliding bits and pieces.
It's like a thing that looks like it does a pap smear and a brain scan at the same thing.
Pretty much.
That's all of it.
I got to say, when I started doing, I was going to have surgery on my hips, and when I started doing Pilates, this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
It really opened up your pelvic region.
Yes, and now his hips don't lie.
And hips don't lie.
Sometimes I have to say, sometimes your pelvic region is too open.
I've been told that
Megan
a lot.
said.
So I started clinical Pilates, and it saved me from my injuries. It's great for core strength, obviously, and all the glute work that you need to do to be able to keep yourself
paid
strong.
tribute to his Pilates instructor because it actually turned his body around enough to win a Brownlow.
Well, Shaun,
It is picked up enormously, Nate. The amount of people doing it is huge.
Well, I just want to say I'm glad that you found your truth. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you found something special that works for you, but you're upsetting a lot of people. And they're women. There is an American content creator.
That's nothing to do with Pilates, though.
She has come out and said that one particular man spoiled her hot yoga class recently by doing push-ups before the class started and making unnecessary noises. She told her, said her class was meant to be zen, quiet and peaceful.
So this is yoga, not Pilates,
and urged men to stop, Shaun, this is you, stop taking up more space than they already naturally do.
I know, but they're bigger fellas.
No. Why can't you be seen and not heard, she said. We all secretly hate you.
So she was doing hot yoga.
Yeah.
What was she saying? That he was grunting
doing push-ups. I think probably bringing a masculine energy into a somewhat calm space. She said, men do not belong in hot yoga. Or Pilates. They are as loud as F and never make the space feel safer. Another person said they always need to be heard. Another one said they also take up so much room, like move over, sir. Others said the trend of males coming up to Pilates and yoga classes drives them nuts and they can't even keep up.
They can't even keep it. Yeah.
There's this one.
A lot of men do struggle with Pilates. Because
I think the women are...
Because they think they're going to be strong because, they can lift heavy things, and then they get into Pilates and realise that Pilates actually works the deep muscles that then the stabilising muscles and the postural muscles that they're not used to working, and they really struggle with it, right?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. Nathan, when I was going to Pilates all the time, the people who'd put me through my paces would... they would take it to the next level all the time and see how much they could test me.
They would be pushing you,
And I would make a lot of noises, and more importantly, I would sweat like an absolute demon.
So this is to you. This is for you. Had to stop going to morning hot yoga because a guy was sweating on my mat, and that has never happened to me next to another girl.
You're not going hard enough, fast enough.
So, but also, can't they just move their mat slightly further apart?
Yeah, you can.
That's hot yoga. If you're not sweating,
might be packed.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So before I'd go, Megan, I went with Megan once, and then since that time, every time I'd go to Pilates, she'd go, "Could you just make sure you're not sweating?" I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not something.
How
can you just stop making noises? Just make sure, Shaun.
The noises you can control if you really concentrate, but sweating is an automatic thing.
You can't do anything better.
It's like, can you stop your skin being that colour right now? Be another colour. We can't control this.
But also the noises are like when the tennis players are grunting, right? You can't just tell them to stop. It's like it's inherent in the movement.
Yeah.
And it means that you're pushing yourself and you're trying really hard.
100%.
So why aren't the women
because they're just
grunting?
naturally better at it.
Yeah, I know. So like,
because they just float around and they don't push themselves to the next level.
oh right, so they're just there to be seen.
I did a lot with 65-year-old women. No wonder I was dominating that class, or thought I was.
It's not meant to be competitive, you know that, right?
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Thought this. I went past the booze bus the other day, and I thought, oh my god, because everything was stopped down. And you had the booze bus there, and I thought, what would you go perfectly to that? A food truck. Don't you reckon? A food truck should follow the booze bus around because those people have not only got caught, they're starving.
Yes.
They want a kebab.
Oh, they should have one right after the, when you go to the drive-through bottle shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to show you this, right? This is please don't read out my address.
Oh, my God.
But I'm going
Okay, so your driver's license.
I'll show you my driver's license, right? right? And when I see a booze, because I don't drink, right? I see a booze bus and I go, yes, oh yes, because I know it's going to come up. You know, there's no way. I don't drink, so it's not going to.
You're not breaking the law.
It's not, and they go, you know, sometimes where they go, oh, can we see your license, right? Yeah. And then I show them my license.
Are you allowed to take your license photo like that?
Describe that.
Okay, so I can't even.
First of all, we have to stand there and not
He's pulling
smile.
a face. His eyebrows, one eyebrow's up higher than the other. He's sort of looking down but trying to cross his eyes. It looks like he's been caught doing something with a sausage dog.
Look at what I've done with the hair.
And the hair is insane.
Yeah.
That gives.
Yes.
It's kind of got a what do you call it, a ramp? It's a bit of Ace Ventura type of style, but with long hair.
So did you pull that face or go in with that face so they were too frightened to ask if that your face or not?
They said, so what happened was they got the
I mean, it is your face.
I know, but like you'd have to, because I thought they'd say no, you can't pull a facial expression. You'd have to go in like this.
Well, no, they got the camera out.
Yeah. Amy's having a good old laugh.
So I went in there. And they lined up the picture, and she was like, "Okay, we'll just take the picture now." And so I went, and I pulled the face.
Yes.
And she just went, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" She said, "You can't. They're not going to accept that."
But that's how I smile.
But and I said to her, I said, "Well, here's the thing. In these times, in these more enlightened times of political correctness, are they going to send the picture back and say, we're not accepting this? You look gormless."
I know, but also,
That's very
if you
funny.
got pulled over, that's what you would look like.
No, but that's what I do. So basically, I pull up, and if they go, "Have you got your license?" and they look down at the picture, and then while they're looking at the picture, I go, "Bang," and then they look up, and they see my face. They go, "Oh,
that's him."
Yeah.
But it always confused me that driver's licenses, you're allowed to smile, passports, you're not. You're happy on holidays.
Yeah.
You're not happy when you're being pulled over by the police. So they've got the faces wrong.
What does your passport? What's your passport photo look like?
Oh yeah, no, I've got my
Gotta be serious.
passport. My last passport photograph, I had shorter hair, so it was spiked up.
Yes.
Oh,
And I was slightly cross-eyed in that one. That's a good one, isn't it? That's another good one.
What is this, a library card?
That's my
This is
dive.
open water diver.
Paddy.
This looks like the definition of the bends.
Yeah.
It's a cautionary
Well,
tale.
that's what I want, because the trouble is, though, is if you're coming up from the, that's why I need to learn free dive, because if you're scubaing, then your eyes are all bulgy, when they pull you out the water, they go, hang on, is that him? Is that not him? So on my diving license,
A friend of mine got his Costco card, and I was there when he's getting his
photo ID done, and I'm just in the background. I'm a photo bomb. So I'm always on his Costco card. But that's why I learned to dive so purely
to get another photo.
So when I pull up at the booze bus and they say, "Can we see your driving license?" I'll go, "There you go," and then they go, "That's your diving." Let's go.
Sorry, I've got some water in my ear.
And Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.